hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy
Sunday.
Sunday. We hope you all have had a great day on today. We hope you all have had a blessed day on today. We are just on here another day in the land of the living, giving God the glory because He has allowed us to be here one more day. So thank you, Lord. Thank you for allowing us this day. So we are happy to be here on this platform just to share some fun and just to have a little girl chat. That's what we do on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Just a little
hmm
chat, having some fun.
Super green.
What'd you say?
I said I look super green. That's all right. I don't have my normal light.
Oh, Lord Jesus, technical difficulties. God, help us tonight. Help us
Oh,
come through for the people. Help
that's
Elaine get her life together,
clumsiness,
Lord.
clumsiness of Elena Michonne. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, how's your day been? How's your week been?
Busy, busy, busy. Worked over 50 something hours this week at
Wow.
uh, the the man job, and did
The man job? What does that
the
mean?
man's job,
Oh,
working
the
for the
man. Oh, okay.
yeah. Working for the man's job, and I also did 5 photo shoots of my own.
Yay. Woohoo.
So I'm still putting in the time on my business that's blooming. So pretty
That's
good.
good.
Pretty good. Tired,
Awesome.
but I did all my homework for Bougie Girl this week, just like you asked me.
Somebody is prepared,
I
honey.
did my homework.
Somebody is prepared, honey.
Yes,
So be
baby Bougie
prepared
growing up.
growing up, Lord. Uh, we pray in the name of Jesus, Lord God. Help her to stay prepared, Lord. we got to be prepared in these streets, honey. We got to bring it to the people.
Amen.
So let's talk
How
about
was
something
your week?
fun.
No, no, no. How was your week? You always ask me about my week, and you don't even say about your week.
Let's see. My week has been okay. My week, just dealing with, my job. I'm a high school counselor, so we're super
Mm,
busy right now, because of COVID. Students are doing online learning, and I work for a virtual school. So we're just super busy. We finally stopped enrollment.
yeah.
Now, so I have over
They was
500
doing
students.
enrollment all the way up to there.
Yep, we started school no, September 8th. We did enrollment all the way up until this last week, a month after school started. And students were still coming to us. They were still unenrolling from their brick and mortar and coming to us. They were still coming a month later, knowing that they was going to have to get caught up. But they said, you know what, I want to do the online school. So we
Yeah.
accommodated so many students, just dealing with that, preparing our seniors to graduate in 2021, spring 2020 graduates. I'm super excited to be working with my seniors.
Yeah.
And so, yesterday I went to my favorite restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Papados, you know what I'm saying? Had that shrimp boucher, you know what I'm saying? So
Never
I
been to
was
Papa Do's.
too bad for you. Too bad for you. So I went to Papados yesterday, and then they had the pumpkin cheesecake. So I just had a good, a little good food
What?
yesterday. Then I cooked
Okay.
today. I made some cheese stuffed meatballs. So I'm just
Oh, that
trying to do
sounds
some
good.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do some stuff in addition to trying to fast, intermittent fasting. I've been doing intermittent
After you go to
fasting.
Papa Do's, and then
Oh, Papados is shrimp. Seafood is healthy for you. Shrimp and
Mhm.
cheese, healthy for you.
It's
Bacon
also
wrap,
high
bacon
shrimp
wrap.
and cheese, very healthy. Hmm.
With bacon wrap, shrimp with cheese is super
Don't sound
healthy.
like high cholesterol at all.
It probably ain't, but you know what? I'm living my best
My best
life. I ain't
life.
going look. I ain't going back and forth with you. I ain't gonna mess with you. I ain't messing with you today. So, anywho, I've had a good
I'm
week. So God is
detangling
good.
my necklace that got baby got to it. So that's what my hands are doing right now.
Got so much going on. Help her, God. Just help her.
Mm-mm,
But
mm-mm,
help her. But this
mm-mm.
week is going to be a great her story on Thursday. We're having her story actually on Thursday,
Yes.
and we're going to be talking to breast cancer overcomers, breast cancer survivors. We're going to be just talking about breast cancer and what you need to know about it, what you need to know about this. How to preventative measures, going to the doctor, what questions maybe you need to be asking. We're going to have a great panel of women. three beautiful women who have want to share their stories of breast cancer survival, and we just want to be a blessing. To share during this time. We want to recognize, breast cancer awareness and those
Yeah.
who have overcome. So that will be this Thursday instead of Friday. So you all be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Please watch the episode. And then I'm going to be on tomorrow talking about faith. I created another acronym for faith, and it means facing anxiety intentionally, turning towards heaven, or intentionally trusting heaven. So that's the acronym. I'm an acronym
Good.
person. I love to create acronyms.
Acronym queen.
Acronyms. Look, I like acronyms. For some reason, I don't know why God is doing that, but
Hey, look,
so it's
you gotta
called
think.
Facing Anxiety Intentionally, Trusting Heaven. So that's faith. So if you all are able to join me tomorrow, let's talk about faith on tomorrow. If you all are able to join me. Um, but hopefully, you all are having an amazing day. Hopefully, you all are being blessed on today. Let me get back on social media because I'm not on there. So I need to be on social media.
Or do you?
I do need to be on here so I can at least, and we're going to talk about social media in a few minutes because
Hmm.
I heard about the documentary called
The social dilemma.
Social Media Dilemma, and it's a series on. Hello, everyone who's joining us. Thank you for
Guys,
watching with us. Please share and join the conversation because we're about to talk about something interesting. It's
yes,
a documentary on Netflix called Social Media Dilemma.
right.
And when I heard about it this morning, because the reason why it sparked my interest is because Pastor Jamal Bryant mentioned it this morning during his sermon. He was talking
Okay.
about um, the social dysmorphia, I believe it was, when young
Yeah.
ladies want. There's I guess it's a disorder
Yeah.
that they named after social media called social media or dysmorphia because girls
The
are
body
young
image.
about body image. Our young girls, unfortunately, are looking at these false images and these filtered images, these uh, filtered images of women and their bodies being contoured in a certain way, their makeup, their ears, whatever. And they
Yeah.
want to look like these women. They want to permanently alter their bodies. Teenagers, young girls, 12, 13, 14 years old, want to
Yeah.
alter their bodies so they can look like these fake images that they're seeing. And even if some of these women have gotten a surgery and their bodies look like this,
Right.
how is your body gonna look when you're 60, when you're
Right. 'Cause you're still
75?
developing as a child in your early years,
Because a lot of times, if you get your body done like this at 13, you may have to get it done again because,
Your body's still
um,
growing. Yeah, I did it.
so,
I finished.
so, um, that's just like, it was just interesting because my daughter, she's 21 now, thank God. She didn't really deal with a lot of that. Her only issue was she was tall and she didn't like being the tall girl. She had an issue with
Mm,
her tallness. And she always had an issue with it because majority of the boys were shorter than her, just like how I dealt with. But my daughter's taller than me. I'm 5'11". She's like 6'1" or whatever. But now she embraces her beauty. She embraces her height. Because people tell her she looks like a model. Blah blah blah. And
yeah.
what started happening for her is she started loosening up because we would go in the grocery store and these little old people would be like, "You're so beautiful. You have this height. Can you please help me?" So it made her
Give
feel
me
like,
some.
what? And they were like, "I wish," and everybody would be like, "I wish I had your height. You're still." So they started building her confidence because mom and daddy can tell you something and you just saying that because you my mom and daddy. But
Right.
when everybody in the streets are telling her, "Oh, I wish I had your height. There's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful. You're da da da." Then it was like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with me." And so it's
Right.
unfortunate because society wants you to make you think that there's something wrong with you.
Right. I mean, that's how it's always been. There's just, and I kind of peeped it early. All these girls, they never put a picture up without a filter on their
Mm-hmm.
face. And I was like, how you gonna remember how you look when you older? Because you're gonna be like, I don't know, but you made your eyes bigger, you made your face slimmer. You know what I mean? Um, I think a few years
Yeah.
ago when Alicia Keys did the no makeup. thing. She started to wear less the no
Yeah,
makeup look. I'm pretty sure she had like a small little bit just to because we all
like a
have blemishes.
natural.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was supernatural. She didn't have no
Supernatural.
lashes, no lipstick, no lip color. She may have had on some Vaseline, maybe,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
she had on no lip color. So yeah.
And it was beautiful. So I think at that time I did a the year before I did a contest of I love my selfie for my photography, and a whole bunch of girls sent in their 9 pictures and stuff like that. Then the following year I put the no makeup challenge. Same thing. They was gonna win a photo shoot and a makeover and stuff like that. Nobody. When I say not one person,
Wow.
um,
Wow.
participated because they had to put themselves online without makeup. I'm like, is it that serious? But I guess it was.
It is.
Yeah.
For so many people, it is like, they don't want to be seen a certain way or in a certain light or whatever. So it's like, wow, I don't know if I want to be exposed. I think they're thinking that, you're being exposed, the real you. And I remember when I was growing up, we had the Polaroid, I look back at pictures, we don't have nothing on eyebrows super thick. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you ain't had no eyebrows did. You ain't have on
No.
nothing. But we was cute though. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't wear lashes in high school. I didn't wear fake hair in high school. I didn't start wearing weaves until after I was married, and I was way into the marriage. After I had my daughter, I didn't wear weaves for a long time.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even wear ponytails or anything. I wore my natural hair. It wasn't, I didn't see it as an issue. But then as years came on, get on, you're like, oh, okay, I want this, I want that. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
barely did my eyebrows and my nails, but I always was natural because my dad didn't let us wear makeup. So
Yeah.
I was never used to having on makeup or where even now it's just like I keep trying to keep it as natural as I can.
Yeah. Sometimes I do. Most of the time, I have no makeup on.
Yeah.
None at
Yeah.
all. But today I felt like because these masks are, I'm breaking out a lot. So it's a lot.
Oh Lord.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just put some makeup on today because it's. But y'all know, if I didn't have
Yeah.
time today, I would have been on here straight face, just pimples, everything, just out here.
Look.
I'm not scared of my natural. I'm gorgeous regardless.
I'm gorgeous. I'm gorgeous without it, without the lashes, without whatever. I feel good about myself. My daughter, we can walk around, we can go to the store, no makeup on, your hair is pulled up, you got your sweats on, we chilling, you're clean, you look, you're not looking a mess, but you're natural. So, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think especially if women that are dating, they need to be okay with their natural selves exposing that in front of their man too, because they need to let him see all sides of it. Because if he's artificial or if he's superficial and he's like having an issue with it, like, why you ain't got your lashes on? Why you ain't? There's a problem.
Big problem. Because most men, they're gonna tell you they love you best when you're natural.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean? When you have nothing on, no makeup, no hair, just you in your
yeah.
sweats. You know what I mean?
Right, with your tank top on, looking cute. And I've heard a lot of men say that they don't like, they don't mind the weave, but they don't really. If they had a choice, they would say no weave. They
Yeah.
would say no extra hair. They would say no. And I think it's us trying to sometimes impress one another.
Hmm.
And then the men kind of catch on like, oh, okay, well, this is what they want to look like, so this is what I want. And then that puts more pressure on young girls and women because boys only say, oh, I want her to look like this with the long hair, look foreign or look like exotic or something like that. And then the
Yeah.
girls start feeling they have to be that way. So,
Right. It's interesting you say that because I just watched this video of this. This was a young man. He was like, this thought
yeah.
culture has caused women
Well, explain that. What does that mean?
that, H over there, that the
Okay.
thought culture, um, have really lowered the standard of how men approach women. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 'Cause he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he said 3 years ago he was looking for a woman with substance, but because the thought culture is so praised right now, because it's praised to be a thought. you're gonna make more money if you show more and do more, and that's the culture now. So he feel like there is no women, young women of substance, so he's not looking for them because he don't feel like there's none there because. And I'm like, that's sad.
It's very sad because my son, even, he's 27 and
Mhm.
he's like, Mom, these girls, whatever. And I teach him to be a gentleman. I teach him to be respectful of women and stuff like that. And, these girls just don't. I think the men play a part of it as well. They play into it as well. Like
Yeah.
you said, he's feeding into that thought culture instead of saying, no, I want you to like, uh, what is his name? When the song that put out DNA royalty uh, from Compton, the rapper. You don't know him, I'm sure.
I don't know about no rap. I know about raps that you can eat or wrapping a gift, but I don't know about rap.
Helper. Okay, I don't even know why I even Kendrick Lamar, he has a song out that says, he wants the real stretch marks and all. He wants you, and I remember back in the day, bullet wound stretch marks. They want to see it. They don't want you to be ashamed of a few stretch marks here and there or whatever. Because women, we change sizes and all this other stuff. So we might have a
Yeah.
stretch mark on our belly or on our thighs or whatever. But he wanted you to know, I want to see the real woman. I don't want to see the Photoshop or the airbrush image of you. I want you to be who you are.
Yeah.
And I used to tell my daughter that all the time, and I tell young girls that because again, I was a middle school counselor, telling our young girls, especially our brown girls, our black and brown girls, you're beautiful. You're a little thick, you know what I'm saying? You thin, you tall, you short, whatever, long hair, short hair. You're beautiful. You're a queen. You're unique. You have your own attributes. And I think a lot of times if we perpetuate these or if we continue to get these affirmations in our homes with our children, with our nieces and nephews, and let them know how beautiful they are. If you're a dark-skinned young man or woman, you're telling them they're beautiful for their, you're a beautiful young man, you're a handsome young man, you're a beautiful young lady, and not only pick out the ones that look a certain way. Because I
Right.
know back in the day, I know that was very prevalent. You pick out the family members who were more fair skinned and tell them they're cute or preference them over the others. And that wasn't okay. That's super sad to me that has
Yeah.
happened in
I
our
mean,
culture.
it still happened, but I also saw something where you know we need to stop pitting ourselves against. All of our beauty is beautiful, and
Yeah.
you know, it's funny because as African descendants or adjacent,
Yeah.
I guess if you say, we come in all colors. Like I think
Yeah.
we're the only race that comes in this many shades, and we need to
Oh,
be
yeah.
proud of that. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
people try to duplicate what we have. And so we need to start praising each other and stop putting each other down for like the littlest things. Like, and that's the big thing with the social dilemma. Like you get, everybody gets so caught up in,
Right.
oh, I get to say whatever I want to say online. I get to do whatever I want. I get to be whoever I want to be, but you generally not being you. You're not
You're
being
not being
genuine.
yourself.
And a
You're
lot of people, they talking about, oh, I'm 100 and stuff. No, you're not. You fake
no.
they're fake.
Yeah, you a poser. You fake. You know what I'm saying? And be your true self. Be true to who you are as a person, as a woman, as a mother. Like I said, I think I posted something a couple of weeks ago saying, we want to, you show us your highlight reel. You only show us the highlights. You don't show us when you lost a car or when you got laid off your job or when you're not, you're not. And no,
In
you
your
don't want to
real struggle
glamour.
right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want to glamorize your struggles, right? Of course not. Who does? But, sometimes there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what? This is what it is right now. It's nothing wrong
Right.
with that. We can put everything else on there. We can put where we went to eat and we can put where, us in our two-piece bikini at the beach. Why not say, you know what? Girl, I've gained a few pounds or I'm trying to lose weight. Y'all join me or whatever. Or I'm going through a hard time right now. Y'all pray for me or whatever the case may be. Because our lives are not perfect. None of our lives are perfect. And we
No,
need to understand that. And our young people need to also understand that. They need to understand life is not perfect. Your
it's
life
not
will
all
never
glamorous.
be. What are you going to do when the struggles happen? What are you going to do when your friend talks about you on social media, are you going to fall apart, or
Yeah,
are you
and
going
I
to
mean that's generally what happening because they showed
on
on the
that
movie,
documentary?
and that they
Hmm.
showed that the suicide rate with younger kids, preteens, is
Yeah,
skyrocketing, and teenagers are skyrocketing because people feel insecure. They don't feel like they're up to par, and so
right,
the depression rate is going up, and because they don't feel adequate enough for this social media world, and it's just sad.
right.
It's
Yeah,
really sad.
they. Yeah, I wrote that down. It says U.S. hospital admissions um, for non-fatal self-harm, like cutting or taking pills or whatever. They said it's gone up 62% for teenagers 15 to 19,
Yeah.
52% in the past 10 years. And then for preteens, like you were saying, 10
It's
to
like 100
it
and
was like 189%. It had gone up. So for people 10 to 14 young girls, they talked about girls. So girls, you're telling me their desire to kill themselves has gone up 150% in the past 10 years because of the inception or the popularity of social media. And if you go
because
back and
they
you look at
didn't
the
have likes, or people not liking their stuff, or you
right,
know before, we had our group of friends. We don't care what other
mhm,
people didn't like about us. This is my friends. But when you online, you exposed to thousands and
people that
millions.
don't even know you.
Right.
That's why I don't like to accept a lot of friendship requests from people I don't know, because you can't come on my page judging me or whatever, or saying what you want to say on my personal page. I understand business, we're going to be friends, so many different types of people. But on my personal family page, you don't have the right to judge me or my children or my family
Right.
and say anything about me. Um, and unfortunately, so many times, our young people, we want so many likes and followers and different like that. So you accept and friend requests for people
That
that
you
are
don't
just
even
on
know.
there being, it might be a fake account, a bully, a keyboard bully that's just on there just to say something bad about you. The little girl in the documentary, they said, can your ears be any bigger?
Right.
Or she didn't get likes on her one post, so she took the
But
post down and redid the post.
did you realize that she was getting a bunch of positive things, and that one
Yeah,
negative just
yeah.
made her cover up her ears?
One negative out of all the likes that she
And
got one negative.
I think it's people don't realize the power they have. Like you can always block and delete comments too, the things that you don't want to see.
But I think a lot of times young people don't really understand. They don't got that block anointing yet. I
And
don't think
block
they
and
got that block
block.
ministry. Right. They ain't got that block ministry going on yet. That block ministry ain't that strong yet. So they don't understand the magnitude of the block and delete, because I'm gonna delete you and I'm gonna block you. And so
Okay.
so I don't think they really understand the power of the block and delete, because it's like, really, what we trying to do around here? So the
Yeah.
pressure is at a exactly, it is at an all-time high with people wanting to be accepted, wanting to be liked. I mean, if you heard some of these men, which was all white men, majority 95, 98% of these men from social media creators, creating the like button, creating all of these I don't know what they're called, these uh algorithms
Yeah.
and different things like that, are white men. And if you, at the end of the documentary, did you hear, they don't even let their children on social media.
Right. The
They don't
people who
even let
created it,
me, right, because they know it's
they
bad.
know it's bad. They
They
they they they see it firsthand. But these also, I think, the people who created the documentary, they're the ones who saw it early on and is fighting against it and trying to stop the negative effect that it's having on society. Because when
right,
they first put it out there, it's supposed to be a good thing. It's supposed to be
right,
connecting with people and a great thing,
right.
but they didn't know it was going to cause all
Yeah,
this anxiety and depression
exactly.
and things. You know what I mean? Especially
Sometimes
like
it backfires. It backfires because, and I know
we
Jonathan.
already know there's checks
I
and
don't know why
balances.
I can't. Right. I don't know why I can't see his comment, but Jonathan commented. I can see it on my phone. Said the problem is the parents giving them access to it. Parents aren't protecting their kids from the vices, right, that have been created. Exactly. That's why these men on here that's creating this. One man said they don't recommend that their child have social media until they're 16.
Right.
And you hear people say, "Well, my baby, I already know how to go on YouTube." Why does a 2-year-old already know how to go on YouTube?
Yeah.
And people praise that. They think it's okay. They think it's funny. They think it's cute or whatever. And we just have gotten beside ourselves, I think, and gotten out of control because that's our vice as well. Like they said, I don't know if you caught this, but they said the only people that call their customers users are drug dealers and social media creators. They call
Wow.
their customers users. It's like a drug, right? Social media is
Right.
like a drug. It's a fix. It gives us these endorphins that we have that's powering this desire to be liked. I wrote something down, I took some notes because I was like, they saying some good stuff. They preaching over here.
I wish I could have took some notes, but it was just I was working and I had it in my ear.
Right. But I was like, they said something about, they called it a digital pacifier. They were
Oh
saying we're
yeah.
conditioning us when we're uncomfortable, when we're depressed, when we're lonely. The digital media tracking knows when we're depressed because
Hmm.
how many swipes did Miranda do today? How many times did Miranda look at this website about clothes? Because I was wondering, and I kind of figured it out. Every time I go on a website, I go back on social media. There's an advertisement for the same thing I just looked at. I said,
Yep.
y'all
All
ain't
the
gonna
time.
fool me. Y'all
All
ain't
the
gonna play
time.
with me. I'm not fit to buy that. Let me get off of here. And so it's interesting how they're buying us as customers, as consumers. They're buying what we like, is what they were
Yeah.
saying.
And it's funny, just like they said, like everybody is caters for different things. And that's why, I won't see what you might see because we're two different people and it's catered
Right, right,
you. So just like they say with the election, all the people that's um
right,
Republican, they only gonna see Republican stuff and all the bad stuff Democrats do. And all the people that's Democrats gonna see only Democrat stuff and all the bad things Republicans do. It's like they're
right.
pitting each other together. And when he said, it could possibly cause a
A
civil
civil
war,
war. Did you hear
possibly.
that? Did you hear that? I was like, okay, so they know that social media can cause a civil war because they said your news feed is not going to look like mine.
Right,
So, your news feed is based in Baltimore, it's based on the East Coast, mine is based in DFW. So, what I see is not what you're going to see on your feed. What I'm liking and swiping on, and they said how long you look at it, they can see how many seconds you looked at it, how
right,
long you pondered on it, if you clicked on it, if you made a comment, if you liked it. That's what feeds what we're seeing.
right,
And that's what's feeding our children. This is what's feeding the things that's happening in our lives. And it says they're selling users, vying for our attention, like that we're the products now. We're products to people now, to these advertising companies. Us as human beings, we're products now. We're not just people, we're products for people. And it's unfortunate because that's how they look at us. So, but they were saying, I thought this was really good. Somebody said that Jonathan was saying media is the fourth stage of the military. And that is true because they mentioned. You remember they mentioned on there about how when you get a phone. I think it was in Malaysia when you get a phone,
mhm,
the uh, the store owner will upload Facebook to your phone. They'll upload it for you. That's the first app they put on your phone, and so now you're being fed all of this social media, and that's the only thing. That's the only app you have. So you're going to start using it, right? You're
right,
like, oh, I got social, Facebook. I'm gonna start looking at it, and then you start getting all these messages about division and all these other things and what's going on in society. So it's helping us to kind of like be biased in a way. You know what I'm
right.
saying about certain countries and they were even talking about with the election in 2016 or 2018, how they had the guy from Facebook and how they played a part in the election in Russia and all
Yeah,
those things. So it's unfortunate
it
and
is
it's sad the
unfortunate.
way
It's
things are
like
going.
they're trying to stop it, but how do you stop something that's so powerful? You created it, it's powerful, it's out there. So how do you stop it from controlling all these things without using the source itself? You know what I mean?
That's what they were
Like,
saying. They were saying it's kind of out of control. Like they said, it's out of their hands now. It's like
yeah,
out of there because there's so many. What do they say? IA, artificial intelligence, that is
mhm,
so much controlling the behind the scenes with all of these different formulas or whatever. Y'all, I don't know this social media lingo, all of the
the algorithm.
algorithms, yeah. And so things are just gonna go the way they're gonna go. So
I'm
it's
just,
sad.
but I mean, I'm gonna start controlling Marley's screen time because I told Cheo I hate when she goes to sleep and she can have a tablet. I'm like, why would you give her a tablet until she fall asleep? That's not a good. That's not
Yeah,
good. You know what I mean? Because he
right.
does that. I don't know what my phone is half the time. To be honest, with
I'm not gonna make my comment.
you. Go
Thank
ahead and
you.
make.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all, she don't respond to my text messages. I'm thinking it's
Oh,
a
it's fine.
generational thing, but I
First
don't
of
know.
all, when I'm on the floor at work, I don't have my phone on me. I don't answer my phone at work. I don't do that. Then I'll be
You
driving.
need
There's a lot of
to.
no, I don't. I'm
Just
working.
I'm being funny. Cut it out. Cut it out. She getting super serious. Stop.
So we can't see it on here. We can't put it up, but Wayne says everything nowadays are designed and created to keep track of us and to keep
Mhm.
us back. And our children are being targeted at an early
Yeah,
age. And think about is uh, and think about it's all free when in our communication communities, children
have nothing to do unless you
have
pay
nothing
for
to do.
it.
Right,
Social media is free, like you said. That's a great point, Wayne.
it's
Social
free.
media is free, but when we want to go put them in a sport, when we want to go put them in soccer or travel league, we're paying thousands of dollars, right, to keep them busy in a healthy way. But they can get on here on social media for free. Just download an app as long as they have a phone. But a lot of these parents are not allowing their children to have social media. They're not
Right,
allowing their children. They said this one guy was saying that he suggests that we that you don't even have your devices in your bedroom because
right,
some people will wake up before they even thank God for another day. They look on their phone and see what type of notifications they have, to
right.
see who texted them, to see whatever. So it's like, you know, that is very much an issue. And I know Jonathan said something about being users have to stop using.
Yeah,
Exactly. We have to detox from social media. And sometimes people can't even do that. I know Jamal
right.
Bryant, when he was talking about this earlier, he said one of the options he offered his congregation as part of the fast was being off social media for a month.
Yeah.
Because some people don't have problem with giving up the coffee or the sweets or the food, but they have
That's
problem with the social media.
right. Not the real addiction that they really have.
Right. Social,
And
the
it's funny
coffee ain't the
because
addiction, but the social media is.
they have rehab for all these other addictions, and they're gonna have rehab for social media. They're gonna it's gonna be a thing.
Oh yeah.
And I think fasting is good because honestly, like a few years ago, for Lent, even though we're not Catholic, but we do sometimes give up the 40 days. I gave up social
Yeah.
media and I really after that, I haven't even been on it back like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't
Right.
post all the time. I may
Right.
see me post Marley, but that's because my family is in a whole other state and I want to see, them
Oh
to see her
yeah.
grow up.
Right.
But I don't I'm not addicted to my phone. I'm happy, I might be on
Yeah.
my computer, but I'm not on my
Right.
phone.
Okay, so that's a different form of social media, see? But the thing about it is, and thank you all so much for joining. We see you all joining us, Mr. Houston and Miss Houston. Hey, you guys, Jimmy and Jonathan, thank you all for commenting and interacting with us. Thank you all so much. And if you have something to say about this conversation and other users that we can't see your names, unfortunately, because of the Facebook group, and it might be Elder Sean. Hi, my cousin just joined. So thank you all for joining us. Join the conversation, but we're talking about social media and the documentary that was on Netflix called
It's the social
Social
dilemma.
the Social Media Dilemma, and or is it Social Dilemma? And it was just really a great documentary
Hmm.
that we want to talk about because it's really impacting our world. They were talking about how the division that is causing between, the world, the Democrats, and how the divide is getting wider and wider between people with people, that it can cause a civil war. And there's just so many things that is happening in this world that we're not realizing. It's an undercurrent of things that it's like it's our subconsciousness. We're not realizing, when the internet knows or the social media knows when we're depressed
Yeah.
because what we're clicking on, what we're searching for, it knows when we're suicidal, it knows when we are sad, it knows when we're happy, it knows because it's tracking our keystrokes, it's tracking how many seconds we look at something.
Hmm.
And I know somebody said something on he said on YouTube, don't like the comments, or don't look at the videos that are suggested to you.
Right.
Let that be organic to you and your
Yeah.
personal desires, not the ones,
They
this,
recommending.
yeah, don't like the recommended videos, because a lot of time that's a ploy to pull you in, because they're getting paid from this. This is
Right.
advertising monies, dollars. These men are and women are getting billions of dollars, and guess who was giving it to them? We are, because we're
Feeding it.
clicking on it,
Yeah.
we're clicking on their ads, we're buying their products, and we're the ones that are being
Manipulated pretty much.
that's what he said. They're manipulating the people, the children, because they're talking about how how cartoons, it was a concern for what they showed on cartoons and what they talked about, the subjects, and how they were very censored on cartoons. But now when they have YouTube Kids, the censoring is not there anymore, because they don't have to really censor it, because didn't they say social media is the only platform that's not censored or
Right.
something like that? But everybody else is censored. All these other media outlets are censored except for social media.
Yeah. And they also said something about your notifications. Make sure you turn your notifications off on some things. And it was really interesting. He said, because you be scrolling on your phone and you see that you have a notification, you just have to press it. You see something, you have to press it. You see
Yeah,
somebody post it, or you see somebody tagged you in a what you call it,
in a
a
post.
picture in a post,
Yeah,
and you have to like you can
you got to
wait.
go look at it.
You gotta go look at it right now. Oh, what is this post? Or what is this post? You know what I mean? And it's like, and several times I've been on my phone just to like go do something probably important, and then your hand
Right.
just automatically
You
goes
get
to
you
social
get
media because you
sidetracked.
just yeah, because you see like the number 6 by your Facebook. Oh, what's what notification you got? Or you see
Right.
Instagram, or you see, and then TikTok, and several times I,
Right.
I click off TikTok and then I go to scroll something else, and then I end up clicking back on. I'm like, why am I? So I just put the phone down.
Right.
I'm like, why am I
Yeah.
having
Right.
to watch this right now? And I have to just click it
Right.
off.
Right. And
Crazy.
they and that's what Jimmy said. He said smart TV is also tracking what we're watching and doing and what we're clicking on and how long. And so it's so interesting that all these devices that we think are so amazing and so awesome, these iPhones and these TVs and stuff like that, they're actually manipulating us and watching us and tracking us and seeing what we have going on in our own personal lives. And so it's unfortunate, because I had to turn off my notifications on Facebook, because I was like, every time I saw, because I don't, to be honest, I'm not one of those people, they probably know me by now. I don't like to see any notifications on my phone. I don't like to see any numbers. If I have 3 text
Yeah.
messages, I need to see, because I don't know if that's ACD or whatever it is, or
I don't like to
OCD,
see it.
excuse me.
Numbers just right there, like I'm over it
Because
now. On my
I do
text,
not.
it say I got 101 notifications. I'm like, I'm not scrolling down. I don't know what I missed. I don't care.
Like,
Let me
I
just
don't
keep
care.
moving.
If I could just, if there is a way that you can see the notifications and just zero them out, that would be so awesome. Because sometimes it's like, I don't need to see this. I don't want to
Get
see this.
off.
I don't really care.
Right. It'd be for the smallest things too.
Yeah, sometimes it's not important. Sometimes it is, because it's like something from my kids. They're like, Mom, did you see that? I'd be looking at my kid's phone. I'm like, why do you have 120 notifications? That would drive me nuts. That would drive me nuts. I can't stand stuff like that. Like, so that's why I took the notifications off my phone, because I'm like, if I see that number, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. So let me just take this off of my phone, because I can't be a slave to this phone.
Right.
You
And I'm not,
know,
and I know people get mad at me because I don't answer. To be honest with you, I be getting like I'll be driving and people send texts, and I'll click on it, but I don't read it, and then I'm like, by the
and then
time I
you
get to
forget.
yeah, by the time I get to where I'm going and I'm rushing around, girl, it'd be 3 days later. I'll be like, oh shoot, I gotta like I really like it's bad, like.
Help us
But I'm
today.
just kind of happy that I'm not that
Yeah, I
connected
am
to
too.
my phone.
Right.
That I feel like I'm being controlled by it. Like I know how to disconnect, and I'm learning even more to
Yeah.
disconnect because I want to, I want to get stuff done. Like you said, you want to finish your book, you want to do things that's not
Yeah.
connected to your phone, and sometimes you can't do that because you get on social media, you look up, and 6 hours later, you be like, "Where did my time go?"
Exactly. Exactly. And I started playing this game on my tablet called Best Fiends. I said, "Oh God, this is take." And
I
when
keep
I tell
seeing
you,
that game.
when I get
I
to that,
never go on it. I never
I
downloaded it.
I've never downloaded a game. And I think in years, the last game I downloaded was Bejeweled, and y'all know that was years ago, because Bejeweled, I don't even think they make that anymore. But I used to play Bejeweled like I was losing it, and
It's like Candy
I don't.
Crush.
I've never played that one, but I downloaded Best Fiends the other about 2 weeks ago. I had to stop playing it because I was on there every night for a good hour, and I was like, you know what you could have done in that hour. You know what you could have prepared for. You know what you could have done. And so I have to. Sometimes we just have to check ourselves. Not all social media is bad because it helps connect families, like you said, long lost family members. Helps us to keep in touch with distant family members because like you,
Information, like good information is out there. It helps you
good
cope with,
information is really out there. Right.
there's people out there that you can connect with and help you cope with certain areas in your life. Like our platform, we try to help people, get
Right.
through different stages of their life. So it's not all bad, but just be
Right.
very conscious and aware of
Hmm.
how you're using it and how
Right.
it's used.
That's true. Just be mindful of it. Just when you realize and see yourself, just like how when you see yourself overeating, you stop, right? You stop buying certain things. Like he said, you stop doing certain things. But it seems like for some reason, this phone, we see ourselves overindulging in this phone. We act like we don't know how to put it down, like our lives are going to end if we don't stay connected to our phone, like that little boy on the documentary. His mom was like, if you stay off of your phone for a week, I get you a new screen because his screen was cracked.
Because the
Baby, he
system
lasted about 3 days. He was going crazy. Like he
I
looked
was listening
homeless.
to
Like
my
he hadn't taken a like he didn't take no bath. Like he was like losing it. Like he looked a little crazy. And I was like,
that's how addicts do. Like
that's why
it's with
they call us users. That's why they say you're a user because it's like a drug.
I think maybe Bougie Girl should have a no social media conference where it's just free yourself for a week. People would die.
Oh, that sounds so awesome, but probably not gonna happen.
I guarantee that's gonna be the next if they haven't had it already. That's gonna be the next
That's gonna
reality
be
TV show.
It is. It is. And
Take
I think they
people.
have one on there. Well, they have one on there called social media, social distancing or something. And people just have a hard time.
I mean, I saw it. I didn't watch it,
I
but I
haven't
think
watched
it's
it
just. I
either
think it's just another
about social
documentary
distancing.
about social distancing. Yeah, because I know they have a not documentary, a reality show called The Circle, and it's all about actually social media. And so
Oh,
these
wow.
people in like a they never met each other, but they
Mhm,
create a profile. So some of these people can be catfish, so they don't have to be who they say they are. Some people
mhm,
could be genuine. You have to post things and interact with these people.
mhm.
You have to at the end, you have to rank. You have to rank, and the person at the bottom of the rank be kicked off. So it's like
Wow.
it's the
Like
same as the
likes and dislikes,
like
not
dislike.
being the popular one. Right.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
It's
an
talking about
interesting
the
show. It
social.
was interesting.
I have to look into that. I know they were talking about temporary temporary popularity, because you get that like, right, and so that feeds those endorphins again. So it's like, what can I do to top that? Now I got to
Right.
do something to top that because I got to keep these likes going. I got to keep these comments going. I got to keep the news feed going. And I think that's why why there are so many challenges on social media now, like the
Yeah.
age challenge, the daughter mother challenge. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not this to be a part of all these darn challenges, posting pictures of me and my kids, and I got the age challenge and then this, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do one or two, but
It's too many.
you look on there every day, there's another challenge, and I think that's why people participate in that because
Stop
it
tagging me
feeds
in them.
that.
People who like to tag stuff. Stop tag. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it.
Because you
No.
get these likes and hearts, and people are fiends for that. It's like who like that, or who like this, or who like that, and I think that it's unfortunate. It could be handicapping. It says it kind of takes us to a place where we're empty. We're more empty.
Mhm.
We're more emptier we're more empty than we were when we started. So because of that situation, we are more empty. So,
Right.
we were empty, we got that feeling, but now because the next thing may not go that far, now you're more empty so now you're more depressed. So now you're more feeling with low self-esteem. And it's just a vicious cycle, I believe, that's
Yeah.
really kind of hurting us as a society. And I think parents have to just be the example and say, you know what, no screen time today. Everybody put your phones up at dinner. We're not going to talk on our phones. But it's so, what irritates me is when I'm out to dinner with somebody and they're on their phone the whole time. It's like, you're not that important. You're not Michael Jackson. You're not Prince. You're not Jesus. You're not that where you can't take an hour
And just talk,
and not
have a conversation
have a conversation, look me
outside
in the
of
face.
it.
where you can't look me in the face and say, "Hey, girl, what's up?" or what, whoever you're with, if you're on a date, I think is disrespectful and it's kind of rude. And it's just kind of
Yeah.
like, why are we here? I could have stayed at home.
Yeah. That happened to me on my first date, and then I was like, "This is why I don't want to date." Like the guy took me out. He was on the phone with his dad most of the time. He took me to get pizza and bowling or something like that. And he was just on the phone with his dad or taking calls and stuff. I'm like, you take me home? This is why,
Hey,
this for the
hey,
birds.
I'm good. I'm cool. I'm good because you are not that important. Get out of here. Yeah, so it's just unfortunate. Hopefully, we can get it together as a society. So, enough about that. Let's talk about
Let's get to
married at first sight because it's almost over, and we're super excited about it because the people,
Ooh, there's a
the
lot
young
going
people in
on.
the young folks in New Orleans is having a good old time, and they got married, and we've been following them from the first episode, and
Yeah.
we love these people. They are so exciting. They are so fun to watch. Unfortunately, one of the marriages dissolved, and Lena probably knows her name better than I do.
Oh, Olivia and Brett.
Olivia
Just
and Fred.
first of all,
Oh.
can we say that the experts got it wrong? So wrong on that. I don't know what I kind of understood what they were going for, but then I don't because I felt like if they tried to make it work, Brett would have helped Olivia learn how to balance and budget, and Olivia would have helped Brett kind of loosen the reins a little bit and have a little bit more fun in your life. Like you can, like you have to live. You can't just save and hold on for
For
you
dear
know
life.
their life. I understand saving for retirement, but who's to say you're gonna make it to retirement? So you have to have some fun while you're saving for
Have some
retirement.
balance. Let's have some
It's a
balance.
balance. And I feel like they would have
Balance.
balanced each other out, but they both so
They're stubborn.
irritating
She didn't want to give up her lifestyle. She
at
felt like
all.
he was
If
hindering
he
her
was
from
a nurse
living her best life.
practitioner, if he made 30,000 a year, she probably made 100 or something. And she was
She
like,
probably
look,
was making
go
like four
for it.
times this. She's like, you think I'm supposed to give up my Perrier water? You better think again. I'm gonna
I can
let
save what you're saving and then still have fun. Okay.
look, in 2 months I'll save what you make. So we're good. We're good.
Oh, you want me
I'm
to put that
cool.
aside? Okay, let me save my next 2 checks. Okay.
Yes, I'm cool. I'm good. My
Now,
bills
can we
are
go to
paid.
Paris, please?
I want to stay in the Four Seasons. Where do you want to stay? We're not staying at the Holiday Inn Express. Not gonna happen.
I
We're
stay at
staying up.
resorts, okay? You can stay at hotels.
She was not playing with him, and then he was so petty with it. He took all the stuff
Oh,
though. Like, are you seriously gonna take the seasoning? Like, you get on my
took
nerves.
everything. And she said, you even left you just left the coffee pot. He was like, I left my coffee pot.
You get on my nerves. I was like, wow, really? That's how you gonna do? Oh, okay.
Took everything.
Wait, wait, wait. Like, OMG. Wow, is that how we doing things? Oh, okay.
He
So
took everything.
that's why we never would have worked because you're super petty. You're
Right.
petty boo.
She said
Like,
he took
cut it
all the
out.
food. She said he took all the food in the pantry. He was like, the food in the pantry. She said, no, I ate that.
He said, I ate that. You can't even go. No, why did he take the toilet paper though? Why are you saying? I mean, you don't want her to have. I mean, you can mad at him for doing that. Like
He took everything. That was funny.
seasonings and the toilet paper. Like now she has to start over fresh. And she was like, I'm just gonna go home. I mean, I'm not supposed to play this game. I'm
Lisa
going home.
on this episode, she was talking to Amani and she said, and then he go tell me you're more than welcome to go see other people. Like,
I would have been like, I know. You left me. Excuse me. Wait, wait. You I'm not supposed to play with you. OMG. Oh my gosh. Like,
that
okay.
was
He
hilarious.
was doing too much. He did too much. I was like,
She did too much too. She got on my nerves too, but he was so annoying too.
you know who's really getting on my nerves now?
Who?
You can't guess. I'm sure you can guess who's getting on my nerves now. Miss Emotional Drama Queen. Such a
Oh,
so
Olivia.
fake. So fake. Why are you crying right now?
Olivia.
Because her name's not Olivia.
No,
I thought you said
no, Olivia. No, that was Olivia and Brett. This is dang, what's this girl name? Um,
Jessica?
no,
Jessica?
no, that's not.
Jennifer? You know
No,
what? Let me stop
you
being
you trying
extra.
to
Let
get
me see. Stop being extra.
His name. What is this girl's name? I'm trying
Okay,
to
we
get
gonna
pictures
let's
too.
Google it. Let's
Henry.
just Google it because
Christina.
we
Christina.
thank
Christina.
you. Christina and what's the guy's name?
Henry.
So she's getting on my nerves. So
He is opening up. He is
he
petty.
needs to at the end. He needs to he be like, well,
But
you
you know
said you
what?
live
You could tell by his friends that he kind of like he kind of lived by drama because his girlfriends is kind of just like Christina. So
his girlfriends
he
are extra. I'm like, ugh, I
he
don't like
automatically
them.
put her in the friend zone because she's just like his friends.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? She's like dishonest. And did you see her? She admitted, I used to be a compulsive liar and drama queen. I'm like thinking to
Used to
myself,
be,
you
you
still
still are.
are. You still are, honey bun. So I don't understand
Yeah.
this, but you're extra right now. So we're gonna go ahead and leave you to the
She
side.
started crying at the thing, and he started. He's rolling
Girl,
his eye.
Did you see Miles there? He's like, she's like, Miles was like, you just don't know. I know all your business. You clowning right now.
Not
Miles was
Miles.
like,
Not Miles. Woody.
Woody, yeah, he like Woody. They was and then the camera crew petty too because they gonna zoom in on Woody and zoom in. I was like, y'all wrong for that. Y'all petty. Cut it out.
Cut it out. It was a mess. But she was like, and then commenting on other people's relationship. I like how y'all, girl.
Stop.
And oh no, she was talking about Olivia and what's it called. I'm like, I called it because I know he was.
I know him. I just didn't like. I'm like thinking to myself, huh? Y'all the same. Y'all should have been together.
Y'all worse.
Girl, she should have been with the other guy that left.
Yeah,
Brett.
I
That's
think her and Brett would have been a better match, and then I don't know who
Olivia.
would have been.
I
I
don't.
don't know Henry.
Henry. I don't even think the girl that's with see that's sad. I should have wrote their
Amelia,
name.
Amelia and Bennett.
Amelia, I don't even think Amelia would have been a good fit for him. I don't even
I
think
don't.
she would have liked
I
him.
just think he needs somebody kind of similar to him, kind of low key. You could tell he likes to have fun because if you at the beginning, if you saw his apartment, he had a whole bar. He likes to
Right.
drink.
He gets
He's
it
in New
in, like
Orleans.
he has a good time. Right.
Yeah,
He
he
probably
got
go down to
time.
the first quarter. He probably
She was
turns
just
it
not.
up.
He just wasn't feeling her. Like you could just
I
tell
don't
he
think
was just
so.
she something she did early on turned him off, and she never
I
flipped the
think
switch.
I think when we went to go get her stuff and she all her stuff was in her car and in
She
storage.
that first lie, that first lie.
That first lie got him. He was like, "Oh, I'm good on there on her.
He
She's a
started to
liar."
analyze things and like really see like okay something's up. And
Liar,
then
liar.
her sending that text about the guy who's at the text and that he's gay in the relationship. I'm like,
And then she couldn't even show him the text because I'm gonna show you the text message. I'm gonna be like, I have receipts. You see this here? You see this?
right,
I'm
right.
gonna. She couldn't
As
even
soon
show
as
him.
it come in, not because we was in an awkward space and I didn't want to. No, I need to. No.
Let somebody tell me something like that. I'm talking about it.
What is this?
What are
He
you
was
on the DL? Because we're not playing this game.
he was funny though because he was like, I would just go out and just get, I'll
I
just take the long
mean,
way home. He was not happy. He took the long way home just to not be
girl,
in that apartment. It was miserable.
miserable. So I don't think they're gonna work. I don't know. I don't know if only two
No,
couples are gonna work. Probably Woody and
Armani.
Amani, and then
I think Karen might surprise us. I don't know, but she's
I don't
cold.
think Miles. She's very
I
cold.
think
I
Miles is
mean,
over it.
he needs
I
somebody
think they
to. I think he needs somebody to reciprocate the love that he shows,
and
and
she
she
can't
thinks
do
that
that. She's
yeah,
not ready yet. She has a lot of healing to do that she
she
can't
does.
bring to a relationship right now
Yeah,
because
I
she is
don't even
still.
know why she came on the show.
I don't know because
She's broken from
that
something.
baby thing. No, because her last
He got
relationship,
somebody pregnant.
somebody else pregnant. Maybe because you
She's not
wasn't
over
giving
it.
nothing up.
Because if she treated that last boyfriend like she treat Miles, baby. Because I'm thinking to myself, if you don't, I mean, I can see if, okay, you don't want to have sex with me, but you can't hug me, you can't show me no affection, you can't touch me like I'm disgusting
Right.
to you
She be
after
shivering
two
every time
months,
he touch her. Like she
girl.
be like,
Like don't touch me. Yeah, some
but my
type
thing
of.
because she's a beautiful woman, and you would
She
think,
is.
why is she single? that's it's her. She has issues that she has to
She needs
deal
to
with.
address, right?
Yeah,
She
because
has
any
to.
relationship she get into is not going to work until she address and she become whole in herself, because
Yeah,
something is not right. Because
yeah, and
she's
it's unfortunate.
very beautiful woman, very
Yeah,
pretty woman,
yeah.
but something is not right.
Something's so off, and it's like, oh my goodness, is she okay? Like, and
Yeah,
it's super sad to see that, but I mean, it's
and
the truth about it. So
Miles is a good cat. He's a communicator. He communicates his feelings. Like, you know how many
educated,
women would love that, because men do not communicate. So you find a man who's willing to communicate your feelings, that's a winner.
and he
Because
shares his secrets. I mean, I love the way he opened up when they went to the cabin about being a black male and how he was
yeah,
feeling right now, and how he's like, you know what? They always think black people have to show up, and we have to be on. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to smile and put on this front like everything is okay when it's really not. We're going through something right now, and it's not okay what's happening to our people. And for him to open up about that, and it was so nice that the other people were kind of like understanding and kind about it or whatever. But he's not afraid to say what he feels.
right. I think Christina was trying to say something. I just want her to shut up. Like,
Yeah. She's like, oh my gosh, because we never have to feel that way. And I'm thinking to myself, that sounds like the people we work with. They say stuff like that, and it's like, you know what? You didn't even
don't
really have to say
patronize
anything.
me. Don't say nothing.
Yeah, you didn't even have to say anything. So,
If
but
it's
yeah,
not
that's
substance, just be quiet.
right. So, I mean, it was just, I think that Amani and Woody are going to make it. And I think that the other couple is going to make it, the quirky couple. So
Yeah,
I'm rooting for them. So I hope they work it out.
I am too.
I know
I
it's going to be
I
super
I
fun.
like how Amani and they and Woody, you could tell they were both complete people, and they knew
Yes.
exactly who they are, and
Yeah, of
when they
course.
got together.
Right.
No, so I think they are going, because they communicate really well too. And
Yeah, they do.
she
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 don't,
don't have
she don't play with him. She
she
was
don't
like,
play with him at all.
she said, I'm going to go ahead. And
When
he
you see
needs
his
that,
face,
though.
when you
He
see
needs
his
that.
face
I
when
know
she
what you're
was
going to
like, "You
say.
don't know if we gonna make it."
Right. He was like,
Amani,
like,
you don't
like,
have to say
like,
that.
you really gonna say this in front of the people? Like, we talk, we cool. We cool. Maybe she shut that up. I think she just be messing with him, though.
She do, and I think he understands that. That's why he ignore her. He ignore her.
He ignore her. He be like, mm-mm, I ain't have to do this with you in
Like,
front of
you
the
ain't going
people.
nowhere, okay? You
You
gonna have
love
my
me.
baby, and I'm gonna get you a dog, okay, at the same time.
Right. So when they do the follow-up show next year, we're gonna have us a baby and the dog.
And a puppy, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have us a fur baby and we're gonna go ahead and go on. That's what people, you know. I was like, oh Lord.
She funny. She was like, I'm gonna get me a dog.
Everybody go get a dog. Everybody wants a dog.
And then Ben and Amir talking about they saw the rats, now they want a pet rat. I'm like, what is wrong with them?
Ah, they are interesting. That's all I can say. But
But
they're
I
so
think it
cute
is
though. They
sweet that
compliment
he's
each
like
other.
he's following her. You can tell they really have something. 'Cause that's a
Yeah,
big leap. But he
it
thought about it
is.
too. And when he was talking to the pastor, he was like, you know,
Well,
I think I have to find a serious employment.
I need to find a real job.
Because like he make 20,000 or less a year. He just living his
He
best
gonna be
life.
he gonna be at home taking care of the babies. That's what's gonna happen. He gonna
That's
be the
what Amelia
home
wants.
dad.
Like Amelia was
Yeah.
like, yeah, is this a guy who don't worry about a career? Then yeah, he's perfect.
I will bring
He's the
home the
exact man
bacon.
I want.
I will bring home the bacon and baby, he will fry it up because he looked like
I'll
he'd
be
do
your
whatever
sugar
she say.
mama, okay? As long as you take care of our sugar babies.
Right. And I don't think they have any type of issues with that either. I don't think he has an issue with it. And
Uh-uh.
he's like loving on her. She's loving on him. And they just having a good time. So,
Yeah, they are.
you
But
know,
it was one thing that happened where she was, oh, that letter.
she's like, I thought it was gonna be more about me.
He started talking about Pokemon cards.
Oh, her feelings was super hurt. I was like,
This the first time I seen her not laughing.
Right.
I mean,
That's the
smiling.
first time I've
Her
seen her
face
look super
dropped.
serious. She was
She was
like,
like,
I'm like, because normally she laugh and everything is so funny.
everything's so
Everything, girl, to that on that one, she was like, hmm. I'm thinking to myself, I'm glad she got a dose of it because everything ain't gonna be a laughter, honey. He ain't gonna make you laugh every time. He gonna be like, this is what it
You
is.
already know he was weird. His mama said he thinks inanimate objects. So
Girl,
so
you saw when his sister brought that duck to the lunch. I was like, no.
jupe or whatever his name is.
And then she asked the waiter, "Do you have bird seed?" I
And
was
she
like, they
told
were
me he
wrong
liked
for
the
that.
chicken.
I was like, okay. They got the stuffed animal at the table and asking to bring him food like they little kids. I'm like, oh no. So if y'all
Okay.
watch this, if y'all watch Married at First Sight, or I think it's on Lifetime.
Lifetime. Hmm.
Y'all need to watch it if you haven't been watching it. It's super funny.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting. And it's just good to just see people love each other and get to know each other and just
Yeah. You know what?
formulate relationships.
Right. And that gets to like if you're not in a relationship, it gets you thinking, okay, when I get in a relationship, I like how Amani and Woody communicate. That's something that I like. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't, you know,
Right.
I don't want to have a relationship like Brett and Olivia where it's like
Like it seemed like
sarcastic
that's
and
what I was gonna say, condescending, sarcastic. They kind of was like really not clicking from the beginning, especially when it came down to finances and stuff like that. And if you can't agree on that, on finances, I think that's the issue. If
that's
you
I mean
can
that's where most marriages fail. Money.
finances and communication, lack of communication.
Mhm.
So, those are some important issues that needs to be addressed up front. So
Yeah.
hopefully they will get it together. But you know what? We have laughed and had a good time and had some serious conversation on Girl Chat on tonight. So we hope you all enjoyed it with us. And please join us this week for some great Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour episodes. We have tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about faith, and the acronym that I created for faith is facing anxiety intentionally, trusting heaven. So that is faith, and I will be talking about that tomorrow. And on Thursday, Elena will be interviewing an amazing panel of women breast cancer survivors, talking more about breast cancer. What you need to be doing as far as we're recognizing Cancer Awareness Month. We also know this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month as well, and we have had women come on here. Several women come on here talking about domestic violence, but we also now want to honor the women who have experienced cancer. So we're super excited about that. So you want to talk a little bit more about that for Thursday? And because we're not coming on Friday this week, you all, we're going to come on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So a new time for just this week only for right now.
Yes. So
So
join us tomorrow. Well,
join
Miranda
us,
tomorrow.
join us tomorrow.
I'm gonna be at work.
And I'm gonna be at work too. Y'all, I'm always at work. I'm at home. I work from home.
Work.
I'm at home. I'm at the house. I don't. I'm just at
Now
home.
can I do this? I got magnetic lashes, so now I can do this. See? I had to try them. The
Oh,
individuals getting on my nerves.
y'all,
I'm
she
gonna
got
put
the
them.
magnetics on. Help her.
I
Look at
can't put them back
look.
on.
All look.
I can't see. They work pretty good. They work
Do
pretty
they?
fast
Is that
too.
the one with the liner, the eyeliner?
Yeah. See?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. As long as you like them, honey. I'm gonna keep doing the ones that I do with my.
I want that glue. This is fine.
Yep. I
I
do
just
what I'm
gotta
gonna do, and I likes what I do.
see it works. It just did.
Yay!
I found
Yay!
something for me. Hey.
Yay! Something where she can wear her lashes and still feel,
Wash.
be confident in who what she's doing. So we love it. So if you like it,
Yes.
I love it. But thank you all for joining us on tonight for another amazing episode of Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour Girl Chat. We will see you tomorrow for a motivational Monday and Thursday for her story. We love you all.
Yes.
Be safe out there. Social distance. Make sure you're taking it seriously because it's super
Mhm.
serious. Make sure you're taking this seriously and make sure you're taking care of yourself and your family. And also go back and listen to some of the things we talked about with social media, with your
Mhm.
children and your family, because we don't want
Wash
this to be an addiction for your family. And
for
we
your
don't want
children, our
you're
babies,
right,
our next
for
generation.
right. And we don't want our girls trying to harm themselves or have some type of issues or self-esteem issues because they're trying to look like people that we know these are filters, but maybe our children are not realizing they're filters. Maybe they do know they're filters, but it's still hurting them. So
Yeah.
let's take the time to spend some time with our families. during this time instead of being on social media.
Right. And with that being said, get off social media now. Now that we're done. Enjoy your
Bye,
family. I'm
y'all.
about to enjoy mine. Bye.
Bye.